So that means as the air is rushing past the venturi, the velocity increases, it goes past the jet, and we get a low pressure area right there. It just so happens that inside this fuel cup, we have a high pressure area. That high pressure area causes fuel to move up the tube into the path of the air because of a pressure differential. Remember we had a pressure differential before when the piston went down in the cylinder? It's the same thing. Low pressure, high pressure. We have a low pressure at the jet, high pressure in the fuel cup. That causes fuel to move up the tube and into the path of the air. Something interesting happens here also. All these dots, they mean that it's atomizing. In other words, the air is turning that raw fuel, the liquid fuel in here, into a vapor. And that's really important because the engine doesn't run on liquid gasoline. It only runs on vapor. Air mixed with the vapor fuel is combustible. So now we're going to bring this to reality. And I'm going to show you how this works with an actual carb. So first thing I want to draw is over here is the cylinder block. And this is where the piston is, and it's going down in the cylinder on the intake stroke to create a low pressure area. Now I'm going to draw inside this carburetor. I'm just going to put these lines right here. This is where the tube is. And right about here is my venturi. We looked into the carb in this direction near the start of the video, the other video. So I've got a venturi right there, and I'm just going to use blue, and this blue is the jet, and this jet sits right there. Now you can't see the fuel cup, but it would normally sit right there. And it is full of fuel. So let's go through this and see how it works. The piston goes down in the cylinder. That creates a low pressure area. There's a high pressure area out in the atmosphere. That causes air to enter into the carburetor around the corner and go through the venturi. The venturi causes an increase in velocity. Because there's an increase in velocity, there's a drop in pressure right at this place. So then I have a low pressure right at the jet. That low pressure put together with the high pressure of the fuel in the fuel cup causes the fuel to move up the tube into the path of the air. That air rushing past causes that fuel to be atomized. That atomization happens so that the air and the fuel mixture can mix perfectly and be delivered through the intake valve into the cylinder. So now I have successfully taken the fuel from the fuel cup and lifted it up this tube into the path of the air, mixed it to the right amount, and delivered to the cylinder. So the question I have now is, how do I get the fuel from the bottom of the tank and into the fuel cup? That's what the next video is about.